If you put everybody else first before yourself, meaning not taking care of you, losing who you are, not pursuing your dreams, not just doing the things that you want to do, if you have hobbies or you want to start your own business, then you should be able to do this no matter what age you are. Because a lot of the times we lose ourselves when our kids are small. We put everything into our kids, and you should be putting everything into your kids. I'm not saying not to, but what I mean is you say, oh, another year, next year, 3 years go by, 4 years go by, and you still haven't pursued what you want to do. Well, if you're working on things for yourself, there is so much things that you can do online. The sky is the limit with social media. When your kids are asleep, you can do it, and it's okay. You shouldn't feel guilty. Put away all your drama TV, your series, your housewives of Hollywood, or whatever you're watching that takes up the time for you to start your own business, and get on there and start doing research. That is what I did about, I'd say, June of 2024. It is now January of 2026. Wait, was it June of 2025? I'm sorry, it was June of 2025. I'm like, where's the time go? So I did it, and I started looking into creating my own online courses. I first started off with Etsy, and then I went on to Shopify. I knew I always wanted to have my own business, but I'm trying to find things that work for me. I kept looking, I kept experimenting. That didn't work for me. I just feel like Etsy's oversaturated. That was just my thing. And I feel like it wasn't my own thing standing out. It was in a sea full of other products around me. So I stopped doing that. And that was with my hair oil that I make. And I do sell this, but in person now. I haven't really been promoting this. And I've also had a permanent makeup business for 2 years. This was, um, trying to think time wise, when it was 5 years ago, maybe. And so I just didn't feel like that was for me. And I experimented with it. I had clients come in that I undercharged because I was so new that I felt like I was stuck and I couldn't get out of that. And it was just a different clientele for me. I just didn't want to do it. So right now I am focusing on helping women regain confidence, growing their hair back, whether it's balding, aging, or from bleach. I tackle all women of all ages because I've been through it all. I had a balding in my scalp probably about, I'd say, 5, 6 years ago. And then I had it happen another time where the top of my scalp was balding really bad. And it was so embarrassing. It was so devastating. It's because you don't want to go out anywhere. It is just really embarrassing. And I've been able to keep my hair growing even as a older woman, which that's a whole nother thing. I've had older women ask me, why are you growing your hair out? I start talking about it. Like, for instance, I know I mentioned it on my other video. I have a regular, and I don't know, somehow we started talking about hair or something, and I said I have my own hair oil, and I'm growing my hair out now since the last 2 years. And she was so like shocked. I mean, of course, she had the little short hair. Don't get me nothing wrong. I loved short hair up until about 2 years ago. I had short hair, really cute hairstyles. I would have my hair mid, and then I chop it off because then I was not on a hair growth journey. But this is especially so true for other women, telling other women negative things, or just not being supportive. And I think that's really sad, and it's always going to go around. But if we can get more women together and try to be there for other women, if they don't want to, then there's nothing you can do. But anyway, she told another girl that I work with, why is Kristen growing her hair long? And it was just really weird. But I got to do me. I love it, and I want to do the things I want to do. And it doesn't matter what age you are. I know one girl at work, we were talking, and she mentioned that she wants to travel, do this, do that. You can work in different places. And she said, oh, well, it's too late. And I said, yeah, that would be really cool. And she said, oh, well, it's too late for us. And I'm thinking, no, it's really not. It's never too late. Once your kids are grown, you can do anything that you put your mind to. Start a new career, start a new business. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm creating a course. I've been working on it for 4 months. I say 4 or 5, sometimes 6, but the moment I started my courses, I hired a coach, and her husband was about 6 months ago. And so that is why I get lost in time. But when I started actually watching half the course, and then they make you stop so you could start yours, and then post for 3 months consistently on YouTube. So I think it's gone a little bit longer than they say 3 months, but whatever you feel comfortable with, you're not feeling rushed. I'm learning from scratch, from zero, not knowing anything, how to create a course. I learned how to do slides and presentations. And yes, I could still improve on that, but you don't want perfection because you'll never get your course out. In fact, I'm kind of procrastinating getting mine out. I'm working on things little by little every day. And one day I'll hit it really hard, and then the next I'll kind of just go on. But I'm really going to tackle today and tomorrow. I'm off Thursday and Friday, and I'm really going to get the rest of this course. I don't know if it'll be up and ready, but I mean, I want to finish. Like, I have to put in my welcome email so whoever joins my course or buys my course, it's a community that's part of it. But they'll get their welcome letter. So it's just something that I'm going through, that I'm watching my coaches and trying to get advice. And it's a lot to it. It sounds really easy. Some people say they've had theirs up really quick. And I know I probably took a lot more time than some people, but I don't know. So it's just whatever you feel where you are in your life and you're working on things. So I'm just saying, ladies, don't lose yourself. And we do it. I know I've done it, and I'm working on it. I don't really tell a whole lot of people. Some people know at my work. I don't go too much in depth with it. I told a couple people, but I don't talk about it too much. And of course, my immediate family knows. I think my husband's still not sure about 100% what I'm talking about when I say the courses and um, being a online coach. And so he's still probably just like, oh, because he's watched me try to open a couple of businesses and it didn't work for me. But he never says anything. He never says, gives me a hard time about it. But I have to prove to myself first before I prove to anyone else. And it's just really about proving to me and showing my kids that this is possible to do. I don't think my son is too interested in it. I tried to tell him to do it because he's teaching himself how to play the electric guitar, and he's really good. He wants to put some music out on Spotify, on YouTube, but I told him to start talking about it, and he could do so much with it. And he just said, "Oh, and that's okay. Maybe if he sees what I'm doing." So, ladies, you really have to just not be afraid. I mean, I know it is scary. It's not that you're not afraid. You're going to be afraid, should I say, because I'm afraid all the time. I'm afraid nobody's going to watch my or purchase my courses. But you have to be confident in what you're helping people with. You have to know that your transformation is working and you are proof of it. I don't have any reviews from it right now because I don't have my course, but it'll happen in time. You have to stay patient. Things don't happen overnight. And I'm constantly afraid to put myself out there with that. I was afraid to put myself out on here, and now I'm afraid to put myself out on my coaching. So I am all for hiring a coach because I've hired two within the um, 6 months of being or trying to learn how to be a coach myself and help other people. I hired two, it's a husband and wife. I also hired a dad and a son, but I actually need to finish the program. Why I didn't finish the husband and wife is because they had you get off for a while and not go back until you had your course complete, which mine is still not complete, but I'm almost at the end. I'm now watching how to do a webinar to guide them to it's through a funnel, and they will click on your link to purchase. So I'm learning that, and I've never done this before, so it is really hard for me. I was never tech savvy. I was never really into a lot of computer things other than just the normal, like um, Google and things like that. I did learn how to do labels when I did my hair oils. This is from a little tiny one I got from Temu. This is just prints. It's more of a generic, and you put all the stuff in there. I like this one because it doesn't bleed the ink. I had one that I did, and it said that the labels were waterproof and it still leaked through even the plastic that I put around the little bottle. And I think I could show you one. And so I don't know, maybe I didn't put this on high enough because I have the plastic about right here. and it seeps down and it kind of, see how the bottle is? And that's something that I don't want people to buy from me if they see that. I mean, I don't know. It's just, and this is the other one that I did, and this doesn't have the plastic on it. And I've used this, so I don't know. It hasn't bled on this one. I don't know. But I know there's better labels than others. Those I got off of Amazon, but they still should be good if they say waterproof. And then there's one that I got from I know it's called Labels something. And so that was just something that is a learning lesson, and I have to figure out what I'll do if I'm going to continue to sell these. But I probably will use the little what do you call it? Little label, the tiny little labels, and then it doesn't, you can't do it in color. You could just write things out. I know there's different ones that you could purchase, and you could upgrade it, and you could have other like better things for your labels, but you have to upgrade it, and it's an app. But I don't know. I'll probably just stick to that instead of buying tons of labels. Just get more little labels for the little machine, and then you hook it up to your phone, and then you just print it out from there. So, and this has little coffee beans. I don't know if you could see them on the bottom. And that's one of them that I made with coffee beans. That is really beneficial for your hair, by the way. So anyway, this isn't really a hair video, but I'm just talking about my different businesses that I had, and I still do have my hair oil business. I have an LLC for this. It smells good. Really soft. All of my hair oils don't have strong scents in there. I don't really put a lot of really strong, overpowering smells. Just, I don't know, for me, I like just the soft smells. There's, for instance, I have some with clover and star anise, and it smells more spicy. This one smells a little bit more somewhat floral. This one actually has lavender, and that's really beneficial for your scalp. And I feel a little tingly right now. I do put my hair oil in my hair, by the way, on my scalp. I mean, this one has caffeine, has MSM, which I put in all my hair oil, helps build keratin and helps the proteins, has almond oil. And why I'm telling you this, ladies, and why I'm mentioning it. Oh, what is that? I think there was this bug on my face. Oh my God. You know, I have spiders in my house. Oh no, that's on the screen. Okay, guys, I have a phobia of any bug. I know it sounds crazy. I have a spider phobia so bad I will get sick and freeze. And this freaking thing on my phone, a speck, was moving because I moved, and I thought it was on my face. Oh my God, I could see how those people get freaked out when they do the trick spider thing, or the, in the phone. Oh my God, that freaked me out. My heart just dropped. I am going to leave this in the video because this is to show you I have a fear of bugs, even a fly or anything on me. And my heart just races. Just to let you see how silly I look. Okay, I'll just leave it in here. I am not perfect by any means. And if this kind of thing happens in your videos, don't be afraid to leave some things in there, quirks or anything that happens, because I used to be so worried about any little thing I say, which I still try to get better with my videos, but okay. Whew, so I just kind of rambling on about things, but I just want to show you and tell you that it's possible. I did not know anything, and my course is almost complete. I am so nervous, so excited. And I know the coaches say don't feel like the victim if nobody gets your course in the beginning, if it just sits for a long time. You have to promote it. You have to talk about it on YouTube. Don't be afraid, ladies, if you are trying to get your courses out, or you're trying to build a business. If you're doing even ebooks, you can do that online. Sky's the limit what you can do. You can do journals you could sell online. And Stan Store, I'm using Stan Store right now. I was on Kajabi. It is $29.99 a month for the basic. You could also do the pro, which is $99 a month. I'm switching to $99 a month soon because it has different options that the basic doesn't have. I mean, you could start off with that. You don't have to go to pro for a very long time. I just want to have options in my course for people to do a payment plan. So with the basic, you can't offer that. So there's a couple things that you can't do on basic. And I'm going to put that down in the description, ladies. And if you want to try out Stan Store for free before you decide to purchase, then I will leave that in the link. You could click on that, check it out. Also, I will leave my guide down below, and I do try to leave this out periodically. It's just for my hair guide. It'll actually be a couple of different links that you can go in through this and get your free guide for hair. Also, I just want to point out that I am a store ambassador for Stan Store. I am not an affiliate. It is a little different. But if you try Stan Store for free and the trial ends, you decide to purchase it, I will receive a small commission every time you purchase Stan Store. So I just wanted to say thank you, ladies, for watching. I hope you have a great, wonderful day.